Welcome back to 12 Days of Christmas with Arubakes. Today we're making a beautiful roast chicken that is guaranteed to be a showstopper at any of your festive dinners. We've got a whole chicken here, some beautiful root veg, some herbs, so let's get straight into it. Start off by prepping everything that we need to add to the butter that we're going to put all over our chicken before roasting it. So we've got some rosemary, we've got some thyme and some parsley, and a whole bulb of garlic. Start off by cutting up the garlic. So for this recipe, we're actually going to use 3 bulbs of garlic. One we're going to mix into the butter. One we're going to stuff in the chicken to keep it nice and moist and flavorful. And one we're just going to roast on the side. For the one that we are putting into the butter, we're going to mince the garlic up. Get about maybe one of these large sprigs of rosemary. Get the leaves out like, like that. And then just chop this up. We want to chop this as fine as possible. I always like my roast chicken to be super herby and garlicky. Yum. And a roast chicken is always a nice thing to make over Christmas because turkeys are big, they take a lot of effort, they take a lot of space. So a roast chicken would be the next best thing. Okay. So that's now chopped up nice and fine. Set that aside. Now go in with your thyme. Same way, just take it off like that. So we are chopping up some of the herbs and adding it into the butter, and then we're using some of the whole sprigs of the herbs to stuff inside as well, just to bring in that extra flavor. And then some parsley. For the parsley, I'm using the stalks as well because it's going into the butter and into the chicken, so it's fine. Get yourself some softened butter. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, just the tiniest bit of ginger, maybe about even a little bit less than half a teaspoon. A teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, just to bring in a little bit of color and a slight bit of warmth to this, and just a pinch of nutmeg. Then go in with your garlic. I'm just using one of these mincers to mince up our garlic, but you can chop it super fine as well. Just think about all of the flavor that's going into your chicken. Yum. Okay, that's all of the garlic. Then add in your rosemary, your thyme, and the parsley. And then I'm going to add in just a little bit of lemon zest, just to bring in a little bit of freshness. Maybe the zest of about a whole lemon. Be careful not to go down to the white bits of this. That should do. And then give this a nice mix. This butter is softened, so I left it out of the fridge maybe for about half an hour or so. Probably should have gotten a bigger bowl than this. Okay, our herby, garlicky butter is done now. Okay, so we have a whole chicken here. I'm just going to pat the skin dry with lots and lots of kitchen towel. A lot of it. Okay. Right. So aggressively pat it dry on both sides. This is the best way to ensure that your chicken, the skin will crisp up nicely as you're cooking it. Even under the wings, between the legs, under the legs, between the legs, under the legs. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that now. Now we can start applying our herby garlicky butter to this. Actually, at this point, turn your oven on. Preheat it to 220 Celsius so that it's nice and hot, so that when the chicken goes in, your skin immediately starts to crisp up a little. So go in and then just apply this butter everywhere, including under the skin. So get in there under the skin so that you get all of that seasoning, all of that deliciousness to bake in the cavity. Right, so lift the skin up a little bit like this and then pop some of that herby butter under there. This side as well. Turn the chicken over. If you're worried about your hands smelling all garlicky and herby at the end of this, then just wear gloves. Especially if you're hosting a Christmas dinner in the night, then maybe you don't want to smell like garlic. Okay, so lift up the wings, get that in there, flip this over again. Really get that into the cavity just a little bit. Set that aside, and now we're going to stuff this chicken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little, I think it's called like a bouquet something, some French word, of herbs like this. So just gather some rosemary and thyme and then use some kitchen twine and tie it together. It's just that's it. Cut some garlic, a whole bulb of garlic, cut it in half. And then we're going to use some lemon. So the lemon, I'm going to cut it in half. Half of this is going inside the chicken, half is going into the tray to bake. Get your chicken and then pop your garlic in there. Then go in with your little bouquet thing. Okay. The other half the garlic, and then finally your piece of lemon. Okay, that's done. Let this marinate for a little while we prep the rest of the vegetables. Get yourself a big roasting pan because we're going in with the vegetables at the bottom and then the chicken on top. You want everything to have a little bit of space to roast in. Line the bottom of your baking pan with some foil just to make life easier when it comes to clean up. So then that kind of catches anything that drips, anything that burns, so that you don't have to spend a lot of time after your dinner washing and scrubbing and all of that. Okay, so baking pan line, set that aside. So we're going to use some root veg. So we've got some carrot and potatoes. I would have liked to have some parsnip, but I couldn't get my hands on any. Washed, but I am not peeling these. I'm just going to quarter these lengthwise, just because I want nice long bits of carrot. Actually not quarter them, half them, and then cut them into strips, depending on how big your carrot is, just to get kind of that size pieces. Okay, same thing with the potatoes. Depending on the size of your potato, either halve them or quarter them. So something that size, I would probably just halve it. Something this size, maybe just quarter it. I'm keeping the skin on for all of these just because it's yummier when it's nice and roasted when the skin is still on. The garlic, just halve it like this. I'm adding a little bit of celery in just to bring in a bit of extra flavor. And then cut the onion maybe in half or quarters. Yeah, quarters would be nice, I think. Get your lined tray and then just pop all of this in. And then we're going to hit this with a good glug of olive oil, a little bit of flaky salt, the tiniest bit of garlic powder, a tiny bit of paprika, and then just give this a mix. We don't have to add in too much seasoning to this because all of the drippings from the chicken as it roasts is going to cover all of this veg, but just to get it started. And then pop your chicken on top. Half of the lemon that we saved from earlier, cut it into quarters and then just pop it in as well. And then I'm going to hit this with just the tiniest drizzle of olive oil on top and a little bit of flaky sea salt. Add in another sprig of rosemary just because you can, and some thyme. This is now ready to go in the oven. It's looking beautiful. Bake that for about 10 minutes at 220, and then we'll reduce the heat down to 190 and cook it through. Ooh, it's looking good. Just turn it around and then let it cook again. This roast has been in the oven now for about 40-45 minutes. I'm just going to very carefully flip this guy over just to get the other side crisping up a little bit. And then back into the oven we go. So this chicken has been in the oven for about an hour now. We flipped it over so that the bottom side can crisp up a little. Now I'm just going to take this chicken out of this baking dish because we are going to flip it back. Oof. Just be careful because it's really hot. Okay, right. Just take it out. And then we're going to collect all of this beautiful drippings that's collected at the bottom of this pan because we're going to make the gravy with that. Look at that, like liquid gold. Okay, just spread your vegetables out again. Just look at that lemon, yum, roasted lemon. And then just carefully pop this chicken back in, and this will go back in the oven maybe for about 15 minutes more. This roast chicken was in the oven for about 75 minutes. So of that we did 15 minutes at 220 Celsius. Then I reduced the heat down to 190 and then let it bake for the rest of the time. Now it's beautiful. I'm just going to check the internal temperature. Yeah, perfect. It's about 75 degrees, the internal temperature, which means this is now cooked through perfectly. I don't want to overcook it because then it will dry out. Wrap it up in a bit of foil and let it sit for about maybe 15 minutes like this so that it nicely retains all of those beautiful juices and you have a nice moist roast chicken. I'm going to make some gravy to go with this chicken, which I will show you on tomorrow's episode. This chicken has been resting now for about maybe 20 minutes. Let's take a look at it. Oh, it's looking so good. It smells so good. Yum. Oh my God. Okay, let's carve into this beauty and see. Ooh. Oh, that meat is looking good. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's so soft. It's so juicy. Oh wow. Oh my God. Those herby flavors. Wow. Yum. I don't even like breast meat. Delicious. Okay, let me serve myself up a piece that I actually do like to eat. Beautiful. Let's add in some of those beautifully roasted veg. Always clean your plate a little bit. Get rid of any marks. And then go in with that beautiful gravy. Stunning. And that is our roast chicken dinner done. Oh my gosh. The flavors in this, the herbiness, the garlickiness, that little bit of citrusiness that comes in from that lemon that we added in. Oh wow. Let's try some of the veg. Oh wow. That's crazy delicious. It's not like a crispy roast veg kind of veg, but it's a delicious, like intense flavor vegetable. Yum. You guys, you have to try this. I promise you, your guests will love it. And honestly, the oven does most of the work. You just have to marinate it, pop it in, and keep an eye on it. That's it. If you're liking these recipes that I'm doing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and subscribe to Arubakes so that you don't miss out on any of them. Have a good festive season. See you in the next one. Bye.